Akihiro Comic Series Part 5. Dakin resurfaced during the outbreak of the Laura Kinney virus on Roosevelt Island, and was one of the 3 people teleported in by Doctor Strange to help Wolverine quell the crisis. He revealed that his healing factor recovered at some point following the conclusion of his adventures with the Wolverines, allowing him to regrow his arm. With it being the key to curing the victims of the alien plague, he agreed to join Laura, Gabby, Logan, and Deadpool in their efforts to help as many of the stricken population as possible. However, Dakin confessed that he didn't care for the island, and was only there for Laura. However, his healing abilities had yet to recover to their full strength, and he was eventually forced to stand down before the disease could overwhelm him. Shortly after Laura's departure for the stars, Dakin and others with feral mutations like his would come under threat by the clandestine organization called the Orphans of X, eventually getting into a conflict with their contingent at the Defiant Platypus Bar Inn before it was destroyed by a Stinger missile. When the New Mutant Zack left the Xavier Institute for Mutant Education and Outreach for a night on the town, Dakin took him under his wing, teaching him on the use of his power. When Bobby caught word of his wayward student out in the wind via video post, Iceman set out to find him at Greenwich Mean Time in Upper East Side, New York. A fight would ensue between the student-teacher and Zack's new handler, but Zack was adamant about not going back to the Xavier Institute, making his decision final by using his newfound learning to dampen Iceman's powers enough for making a getaway in a helicopter. Akihiro would return again with Amp at his side as he led a siege on the X-Mansion just to test out his findings on the Death Seed inside of him, revealing that the reason he got so close to Mr. Drake the first time around was because of his interest with his contact to similar powers and properties some years prior. Using the energy channeling abilities of his new protégé, Dakin harnessed the power of Apocalypse to increase his own mutant abilities, as Zack went about messing with the school's security and danger room settings. With the Death Seed energy coursing through him, Dakin easily dominates the fight just as they come across Edie and Bobby's boyfriend Judah, whom Dakin critically injured earlier. Eventually Iceman overcame him after Michaela had disabled Dakin's energy conduit. Dakin escaped before the rest of the X-Men returned. When the group of young time-displaced X-Men that Magneto was mentoring became missing in a mission in space, he sent his ally Briar Raleigh to meet up with Dakin in Barcelona with the proposition to become allies. As a form of incentive, she gifted him on Magneto's behalf a pair of adamantium katanas in order to assist Magneto's efforts to counter the global release of the power-bestowing virus Moth Irvin by a cabal led by Havoc. His allies temporarily banded together into a makeshift team of X-Men. After news of the disappearance of Wolverine's body from his grave leaked out, Lady Deathstrike approached Dakin and Sabretooth to help her investigate Logan's possible return. Using data from military satellites, the team tracked down an adamantium signature similar to Logan's to Maybell, Arizona. They found the town run over by zombies and their healing factors deactivated within the town's perimeter. Dakin was captured by a kill team sent by the organization responsible for the town's state, Soteira. He managed to escape and meet up with Sabretooth and Deathstrike. When they tried to head back to the power station where Dakin had been held prisoner to deactivate the mysterious glowing green orb that created the zombies, all 3 were taken down by Soteira's soldiers, and Dakin was fatally injured. His body was left behind by Sabretooth and Lady Deathstrike when they escaped, and it was retrieved by Soteira. Soteira later found a way to resurrect Dakin and made him one of their enforcers. While traveling on a boat with other Soteira soldiers, he and Omega Red's clone was ordered to take out his father Wolverine and former Soteira employee Anna, who were chasing them to get back Anna's son Farron. While Omega Red was taken out by Anna using a harpoon gun, Wolverine sprayed Dakin with fuel from his boat's engine and set it on fire with his heated claws before tossing him into the water.